One of the best video game franchises lost its development team, but that doesn't mean it's the end for the series. Hey guys, JV here, and today I'm sharing rumors on the next BioShock game. Before we get into that, just a heads up, you can find daily streams of the newest games as well as commentaries just like this on my Facebook page. So check out the link in the description below and stay tuned for tons of awesome content. This story comes from Jason Schreier, one of the industry's most accurate and trusted investigative reporters. On Friday, he posted a story about Hangar 13, the in-house 2K studio behind Mafia 3. I actually visited their studio and got a behind-the-scenes look at the game before launch. The team was very passionate about the game, and I was really excited to play it, but unfortunately it didn't turn out the way they had planned. While the story was praised, bugs and repetitive missions tanked the overall experience, and reviews reflected that. Long story short, many developers left the studio, but some moved to a top-secret studio next door to work on the next BioShock game. Apparently, it's such a secret project at this point that nobody will share any details with fellow 2K studios working around them. The codename for the game right now is Parkside, which may have nothing to do with the game itself. However, reports are that this is a brand new installment into the series. That means, at least at a basic conceptual level, this won't be a sequel to the original game, BioShock 2 or BioShock Infinite. We shouldn't expect it to be underwater or in a city in the sky. We've also heard that the team working on it is very small at this stage and that the project hasn't progressed to a level to warrant hiring more developers. This signals that it will be a while before we get any official announcement. However, Take-Two, which is the parent company for 2K, claims that a highly anticipated new title in one of 2K's biggest franchises will be released in March of 2019. But at this point, I think it's more likely that that game is Borderlands 3 rather than the next BioShock, but it's worth noting. So that's all the concrete information that we know, but let's talk about Ken Levine and his new studio. Obviously, when he left 2K and Irrational Games, it left a huge void for the future of the BioShock franchise. We know how incredible the original game and BioShock Infinite were. They were generation-defining titles that brought some of the most groundbreaking narrative experiences in video game history. I haven't personally played BioShock 2, so I can't speak on that game. After his departure from Irrational to open Ghost Story Games, it left the future up in the air. Where can BioShock go next? Infinite proved that the overall tone and themes of the franchise could be translated to an entirely different setting. We went from an underwater utilitarian utopia to a religious cult-driven city in the skies. But it was still unmistakably BioShock. So how can this new secret studio reflect those ideas in their next title? For me, the setting really doesn't matter. The next BioShock could be anywhere, but it needs to have the following themes. First off, we need to have some kind of twisted backward society that went wrong somewhere. Both Rapture and Columbia are nearly post-apocalyptic in a way. You know, they're post-society. It's a collapse, and this is what is left behind. I guess Columbia was more established, but once Booker got there, things went to absolute hell, and once Daisy started her whole revolution, things went to hell as well. We kind of witnessed the collapse, which was a cool difference between, you know, BioShock and BioShock Infinite. But the point I'm trying to make is, as enigmatic as the many characters in the franchise were, the cities and the strange sense of dread that they created were a character in and of themselves. This new studio needs to capture that feeling wherever the next game takes place. I want to feel constantly uncomfortable, constantly affected by the things I see and the people I meet. Next, we need supernatural and fantastical elements. In BioShock, we had plasmids. In Infinite, we had vigors. The games were connected via time travel. The lighthouses were infinite. There's always a man, a city, you know, whatever. I really need that connection in this new game. In fact, it would greatly disappoint me if they threw that all away. This new studio can take the foundation of what Irrational Games laid out for them, make this game faithful to it, but also add their own touch and mark. It's totally possible. Finally, I need this next installment to be single-player focused. I need it to be narrative-driven and stick to the BioShock formula in that way. No multiplayer, no microtransactions, no nonsense. I want it to be like a PlayStation exclusive, like Uncharted, God of War, Horizon, The Last of Us. Super narrative-driven and super gratifying to play. I don't mean that I want it to be a PlayStation exclusive. Don't misunderstand me. I just want it to be like those games. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Again, it sounds like this new game is in the very early conceptual stages. It's going to be a while since we're going to see it, so there's not much more we can speculate on. In the comment section below, tell me what you want from the next BioShock game. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, remember to hit that like button and subscribe for more commentaries just like this. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.